Hello. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy that you're part of the community. If you're new to this channel, Writers Inspire Solutions, I'm so happy to welcome you here. And I request you to hit that subscribe button below and become part of the channel so that every time I post a video, you will be notified to come and watch. If you're a subscriber, I want to thank you in a very special way. Thank you for being part of the channel and I welcome you back. So today we are going to talk about how to ace a Skype interview. Have you been invited to a Skype interview and you don't know what you're going to say? If that's you, I'm speaking to you today. I'm going to talk about the thing that you should ensure you have taken care of them before you go to that Skype interview. I want to help you win that client or win that job so that you have a place to earn a living. The first thing that I want to share that can help you win that client, that can make that client choose you over those hundreds of candidates who are being interviewed today or tomorrow during your interview is do a background check. Take an example, a company has invited you to a Skype interview. What are you supposed to do about that company? A good candidate should do a background check about that company. If I'm the one who has invited you to a Skype interview, please do one thing. Do a background check about my company, Writers Inspire Solutions. That's one thing that you should do. If the company or if that person or that business that has invited you to a Skype interview has a website or that person has a Facebook page, go to that Facebook page, check what is missing, go to the website, check what that client is doing right or doing wrong. Write down a list of things that you think the client should improve on, a list of things that you think the client is doing right, and the areas that you feel they're not doing right. That's the first thing that you should do. If it's a website page it doesn't have, write that down so that during the interview you'll have a chance to mention about that. Tell the client that I note that you don't have a website, I note that you don't have a social media page. Background check is very important. If you notice that on the website there are no links to his social media pages, list that down so that you can mention that during the interview. That's what I'm talking about, doing a background check on your future client. It creates a good impression. It shows the client that you're someone who's very focused on his job, who knows what he's doing and can add value to his business or his company. Another thing, as you're going to do a Skype interview, ensure that you have a professional username. Don't just pick any name from the dustbin and use it as your username. It will create a wrong impression, a bad impression on your client. Remember, first impression is very, very important. So ensure that you don't use those fake names that describe something else that you're not. A username describes exactly who you are. For example, I'm Ludia Mongare, so I'm going to use a username that will describe exactly who I am, so that when the client logs onto Skype and you see that I sent him a connection request, he'll see from the username that this is the person I asked to interview today and this is the one who has messaged me here. So ensure you have a name that describes exactly who you are so that you don't cause confusion to the client. I wouldn't want to interview someone who has some funny names that describes something else. Even before I meet that person, I'll be thinking that person is a scam. I'll be thinking that person is fake. And if I am the one who's going to hire you, I might feel like I should not even hire you, because from that name I feel like, hey, what kind of person is this? Is this person a thief? Is this person really working? What's it going to do? So like, you have a username that says lazy me. So the first thing that will come to my mind when I see that username, I'll be thinking, oh, so this person knows exactly that he's lazy. So some names or some usernames might create a wrong or a bad impression. Unless that's your name, that's okay. But if it's not your name and you think it's going to create a bad impression, please don't use it. I hope that's well understood, or you have taken note of that, so that the next time you have a Skype interview, you make sure you use a good name that creates a good impression on your next client. Another name and another thing is to wear official. In as much as this is a Skype interview, you are going to talk online, you're going to talk via their screen. Ensure that you dress official, you look presentable, you appeal to the client. Avoid wearing bright clothes that might distract the client or draw the attention of the client to feel not to concentrate on the interview. So ensure that you wear official. Don't appear on the interview screen with a naked chest that suggests something else. Remember, you are working like anyone else who is working in an office at 9 to 5. So when you're showing up on an interview dressed shaggy, it creates a different impression. So ensure that when you're appearing on that interview, you're dressed well, you're smart, you appeal to the interviewer. It feels like, okay, this is the person I want to hire, this is the person I want to look at. Every time I open my screen, this is the person I want to see. Another thing that you should keep in mind when you are preparing for that interview is what you're going to use. Are you going to use headphones, headsets, earphones? Are you going to use a microphone on your computer or laptop? Those are some of the things that you should take care of before that day of the interview. In my view, I recommend that you do that. You check on your microphone, on your headsets or computer or whatever you're going to do a day before. Not even a day before, a week before your interview, because if you check a day before and maybe you don't have enough cash to go and replace those headphones if they're damaged, that can be very frustrating and it might cause some disturbances to your interview. You don't have to wear a suit, but yeah, wear something that's presentable. Make sure you look smart. Apply makeup if you can, if you like. Make sure you look smart for the interview. You don't have to be shaggy, even if you're going to be seen from the waist upwards. Ensure that part looks good, unless you're going to stand before the camera. But if you're going to sit the way I'm seated, ensure that you look smart during the interview, so that you don't have to give that bad impression. Give someone a reason to want to work with you or to have you for many interviews. That means if that person wants to have many interviews with you, he wants to work with you and will be having you on screen every now and again. Another thing is your location. If you're going to have an interview away from your home, we're going to have it at a cafeteria or a restaurant or somewhere else, ensure you notify the client that I was having problems at my house and I decided that I'm having this interview somewhere else, so there might be some interruptions during the interview. Please bear with me, but ensure that those interruptions are not going to be that much to cause the interview not to go on. So ensure the interviewer or your clients is aware that you're not doing the interview from your normal location, you are doing it from somewhere else, and there are some interruptions that might be expected. But if you're going to do it from your home, ensure that the background is clear. There should not be people passing around, there should not be some noises. Ensure the background is very clear. Avoid doing your interviews in front of windows, in front of doors.